Hey gang, question comes in from another private practice owner, and we were talking about PQRS. And he basically said PQRS seems like it's a major headache, it's more paperwork, we don't get much of a bump. I know we don't have to do it right now. I'll take the 2% hit, the 2% penalty, and I'm not going to do it at all. Am I thinking about this the right way? And so basically, if we walk through this whole thing, we get to the point of where, is PQRS a bad thing, just another pain in the neck, or is it really an opportunity? And I want to walk through you with the thinking and the conversation that happened there between myself and that private practice owner. Well, I've been through this funnel now thousands of times. Hopefully you've seen this. If you haven't, welcome. So let's go through this and what it is. But if we're being savvy private practice owners who are attracting direct access patients, if we're everywhere pretty much but Texas, and if you're there, there's still ways around that. I'm going to save that conversation, but anytime that we're using direct response marketing or content marketing and we're attracting people in, regardless of the barriers that we help them overcome, there's basically a 6-step process that we want to be thinking about our businesses. And step number 1 is lead magnet. So this is like you've seen me do this, where I'm offering free video or a book or a free report, something like that. So very low value, low time commitment, low ask, and they get it for free, and that just allows us to have an ongoing conversation with that person. Step number 2 is tripwire. And that's something with a little more commitment, kind of ramps it up. It gives that person a soft landing into our core service, which is the 97001, 110, 140 if we're billing insurance, or if we're playing the cash pay only deal, then it's whatever we charge per visit. So that's the core service. And then this is cash pay, which is back-end services that we have, return path, and referrals. So those are the 6 steps. But nonetheless, something magical happens now with PQRS and new Medicare regulations, where we have to go through, and what is it, 9 different things that we have to track now? I know it's kind of gotten a little bit out of hand with all that we have to do on that first Medicare visit, but basically we ask somebody to step on the scale day 1, which is what we do here in our clinic, and we have the height chart, and then we look it up, and 75% of the time we're saying, hey, your BMI is over 30, and then, okay, BMI is over 30, you need to handle this. It's kind of what that looks like. At least for us in the beginning, we were thinking, wow, this is a really awkward situation. We're physical therapists, we're not nutritionists, we're not, we don't have in-house, our 8,000 square feet is packed with PT. We don't have anybody else in-house, we need to refer out. Wow, this is a real pain in the neck. And then really quick, within that first week, I was well, it's kind of an opportunity. We're being forced to take a measurement. We're now standing in front of, or somebody's coming to us, usually with back pain. They really are not in shape to exercise or beginning an exercise program or any sort of life change. They're here for their back or their knee or their hip or whatever it is. But it is an opportunity because we now have information and we can do something with that, or we can just say, oh my gosh, I had to take more information down for the government just for this 1.2% Medicare or 2% Medicare penalty I wanted to avoid. But nonetheless, we have this, and I really think it's an opportunity. And here's what I mean by that. Well, 1, it's an opportunity to serve that patient. So certainly what we could do is, and we have a choice there, we can create something in-house, or we can go outside referral. What's the benefit of doing something in-house? Well, we can have small group fitness training, we can have personal training if we want to get into that. We can sell exercise information like P90X for morbidly obese 65 plus year olds. I'm sure there's a program out there that is very, very similar or that fits the bill. So we could do something like that in-house. We could also offer nutrition, or we could refer out. Nutritional counseling, or we could refer out. And what's the benefit of referring out? Well, if we're doing workshops, if we have other content marketing, reports, books, things along those lines, videos that we can offer, well, certainly something that we could do is we could refer out and have a mutually beneficial I call them strategic partnerships that might not be completely compliant or politically correct, but nonetheless, we can create a relationship with another healthcare practitioner who's not a physician necessarily, or usually, and we can promote them and they can promote us as well. And we could have a mutually beneficial relationship, all for the benefit of the patient. So next time you're thinking about BMI and the PQRS scores and you're going through, just realize it's a measurement, and it's a measurement that really creates an opportunity for us to serve our patients better.